on, film movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponto channel, here to bring you guys a brand new list here. And this is going to be kind of a new thing for my channel, is that I'm going to be doing Oscar nominations for Best Picture, ranked from worst to best. So I would say, because, I mean, there was no bad ones, so I would say from least favorite to most favorite, I should say. But, I don't know, like, I'll just say worst to best, but it's whatever. But anyways, guys, so this is just going to be my personal list, just to clarify before we even get started with this. This is my list, and this is my opinion. So if you guys are going to be commenting and being like, oh, this should be higher than the other, look, this is my opinion, okay? But of course, if you guys are new to the channel, if you guys like seeing rankings like this, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bar right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Without any further ado, guys, I'm going to stop rambling here. Let's get going with number 10. And there are 10 Oscar nominations for Best Picture. So let's just begin it. Number 10. I already know that right off the bat that this number 10 is going to get me some controversy. But listen, Avatar: The Way of Water is a very good movie. I have to admit that. It is a very good movie. It's a very well made film. The visual effects are absolutely stunning. It's a very well shot movie. The action is great and the performances are really good. But for me, why this comes in at number 10 is that this film is extremely long and very slow in moments. Because there were actually some times during the third act when I saw this in theaters that it was about to put me to sleep. And it's not because like I was getting bored or anything, because my eyes were starting to hurt from staring at the screen for so long. I don't know, guys. I know some people are going to be like, well, this should be higher on your list. Look, as I said, this is a very good movie. But it's just not a movie that I care to like rewatch over and over and over again, because this movie is over 3 hours long. So I can't really subject myself to stuff like that for 3 hours. This movie should have been cut down to at least 2.5 hours at best. Overall, this is still a very, very, very good movie. I'm not going to lie about that. It is a very good movie, but it is my least favorite of the Best Picture nominees. So and I'm done talking about it for now, but let's move on. Number 9. So I actually just watched this film. So both this and one of my next picks, I just watched recently, earlier this month. Triangle of Sadness is one of those movies, and this is a very bizarre movie. There are just some moments in this film that just left me incredibly speechless. Now, again, kind of the same thing with Avatar. This film's a little bit too long and also very slow. And there were also some characters in this film that I just could not really get into, to be personally honest. And it's just me nitpicking. As a film, it is very well directed, very well acted, very well edited also. The editing is fantastic. The cinematography is great, incredible performances, and it's a very well done film. It's very weird, so it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but it is definitely a very good film that I would recommend watching. It's not quite like gonna be the one to seek out for the Oscar nominations, of course, but I do recommend giving this one a shot. Oh man, dude, my buddy Grant's gonna be so mad that this is so low on the list. But listen, Tar is a very good film. Once again, this is a very good movie with a career-defining performance by Cate Blanchett. Might honestly be her best work since The Talented Mr. Ripley, which is like 2 decades ago. Just to think that, that's crazy. 2 decades ago. She was incredible in Talented Mr. Ripley. And this one really does showcase her talent excellently. She's fantastic in the film. The directing by Todd Field is incredible. The cinematography is great. The editing is fantastic. And the writing is very good. For me, where this film kind of falls flat for me just a little bit, again, nitpicking. Again, it's very long. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record already, that saying movies are very long. This movie's over 2.5 hours long, and to a certain degree, I don't think it really needs to be that long. And it kind of, there's like some moments in this film where it just kind of left me being like, oh god, this film is so long. But overall, as a film, very good. It's got some great music, it's got a great musical score, great performances, especially from Cate Blanchett. Great direction by Todd Field, and a very, very, very well-written film. And I do recommend giving this one a shot, but it's not going to be one of those films that I'm going to be rewatching all that, honestly. I probably will never watch it again. But as it stands, very good movie. This is the most recent film I watched on this countdown, and I watched this so I can prepare to do this list. Women Talking is such a powerhouse film. It's a very, very, very great film. It's not quite, I wouldn't say it's great. It's a very good movie. I mean, this is the last of the very good side for me. But this is a very good film with some incredible performances, especially from Jessie Buckley, who I thought was incredible. Frances McDormand as well, fantastic. The direction by Sarah Polley was incredible. The cinematography is great. The writing is great. The editing is great. But again, just like I said with Tar, this film is not going to be very rewatchable for me because, and also the reason why this film is not going to be very rewatchable for me is the film's subject matter. It touches on some heavy subject matter, like, to a certain degree where it's not going to be super rewatchable. As it stands, Women Talking is still a really, really good movie with some incredible performances and some excellent, excellent dialogue that, and if there are going to be some people that might call this film on the surface level boring, but it's going to be one of those films that I do recommend watching out for. So it is on Amazon Prime right now for free. So I do recommend giving this one a chance. All right, now the next 6 movies that I'm going to be talking about on this list are movies that I loved. And this one actually did crawl up the list a little bit just thinking about it, because All Quiet on the Western Front is a war film that is easily like one of my favorite war films. Like probably the best one since Hacksaw Ridge. And I would say this one's a little bit more brutal than Hacksaw Ridge. This movie shows the true trauma and horror of war and how it can traumatize men that even come home from war. It's incredible. This is a German film, so either you watch this with English subtitles or watch it in the dub version. I would recommend watching it in obviously the German way, so that we can actually, so it's not like, oh, wait, this is not right. This is ad-libbing, but it's whatever. But this is a very good film, and Daniel Bruhl in this film is fantastic. The actors are great. The direction is just awesome. The cinematography for this film is absolutely beautiful. And this is not going to be for everybody. It's not quite for the faint of heart. It's also not a very rewatchable film. But again, a great, great study to the true horror and true scariness of war and how it is to men. Martin McDonagh just continues to strike lightning with the Banshees of Inisherin. And as I said with Women Talking, this is going to be one of those films that a lot of people might consider on the surface level boring, because it's basically about two friends that are completely fractured with each other, and Brendan Gleeson does not give any, very much so, reasons why he doesn't want to be friends with Colin Farrell anymore, and Colin Farrell is trying to win him back. So it's a very well done film, and it is dark. And I know this is kind of playing into quite a bit of my picks on this list so far, or the ranking of this list, but it's also not going to be very rewatchable because it does touch on some really, really dark subject matter that, to a certain degree, that it's not going to play into repeat viewings, per se. But it is a great film with some excellent direction by Martin McDonagh. The writing as well, on top of the game. And the performances by Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, they are excellent. They play off each other very well. Barry Keoghan is also very good in this movie as well. Carrie Condon as well. Everybody's great in this movie. So please watch this movie. It's on HBO Max right now. I highly, highly encourage you guys to check this movie out. You will not regret it. Yeah, this is probably the most hated one, in my opinion, out of all these movies, and that is Elvis. This film, with the film style, is very creative. Yes, you can easily tell that this is Baz Luhrmann directing it, but this is the thing, though. I feel like his style for this film definitely works, and it kind of plays into the factor that they're not always going to have the time to tell, the full-on story, because this movie's 2.5 hours long, but this movie stays going. It doesn't stop. It stays going on telling this story of Elvis Presley. And Austin Butler's performance in this film is absolutely phenomenal. And he is my pick to win Best Actor. This guy, and he cannot get the voice of Elvis out of him, because this is definitely going to be one of those roles that's going to signify him as a superstar. I cannot wait to see him in Dune Part 2. Great performances. Tom Hanks also was very good in this role. A lot of people complaining that he's so over the top, but I felt like that was actually kind of the point here, because of his because that's obviously Elvis Presley's manager. It's Colonel Tom Parker, and they kind of played into that very, very well, and how disgusting and slimy he was as a person. It works for the film's benefits, and the directing as well is very good. So I do obviously recommend Elvis. It is one of my favorite biopics, of course. It's an excellent film. Please check it out when you get a chance. It's awesome. Steven Spielberg just continues to strike. He struck like in last year's one of the Best Picture nominees for West Side Story, and he hit a home run once again with The Fablemans. This is easily his best movie since Lincoln, and I would actually put this above Lincoln just by a smidge. It is an excellent, excellent film. A semi-autobiographical film, kind of exaggerating a little bit, but it works for the film's benefits because of Steven Spielberg's sharp writing, as well as also the writing from Tony Kushner. It really helps for this film's benefit for me. It's incredibly written. It's so well directed from Spielberg. The performances are excellent. Michelle Williams got nominated. She's one of my absolute picks to win Best Actress. Gabrielle LaBelle as well, a superstar on the rise. Seth Rogen taking on a more dramatic role. This movie will show you that Seth Rogen can act, and he's not just a comedic guy. He can act. Paul Dano. I think Paul Dano was honestly the big standout performance in this film for me. Like, because that dude just knows. He knows how to pick good roles. And whatever role you give him, he will just bring that role to its fullest potential, and he will not let you down. So if you guys have not seen The Fablemans, please go buy this film on 4K or go buy it on Blu-ray, whatever you can. And please watch it. I implore you guys to do so. It is an incredible movie. Easily the most unique film of 2022. That goes to Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I know a lot of people are going to be picking this movie to win Best Picture because of its uniqueness and basically how much more original it is. It is an excellent movie, and this is by far my favorite A24 film. Easily Michelle Yeoh is my pick to win Best Actress by a landslide. She is incredible in this film. And Ke Huy Quan won the Golden Globe. And if he wins Best Supporting Actor, that's going to be so unheard of, because that guy was Short Round in Temple of Doom and Data from the Goonies. And look at him now. He is back as a full-grown adult, and it is incredible. Stephanie Hsu as well is fantastic in the role as well. Jamie Lee Curtis as well, playing so against type. Fantastic in the movie. And the Daniels really upped the weirdness from Swiss Army Man. And they took that weirdness from Swiss Army Man and times it up by 10. Like, they went all out with this movie. Fan-freaking-tastic. And if you guys have not seen Everything Everywhere All at Once, I don't know what you're doing. Please check this movie out. It is awesome. It's not quite going to be for everybody because it is very, very weird. But it's definitely one I will implore you to watch. Like, for so many good reasons that I can't even explain right now. It is just such an awesome movie. So here we are, guys. Now we're down to the number one pick. And is this honestly any surprise, like, why this is my number one? Like, seriously, is this even a surprise at all? Well, of course, my number one favorite Best Picture nominee of 2023 is the blockbuster sensation of the 2022 year, Top Gun Maverick. When this film came out, I went and saw this film, and I was extremely excited, but also a little bit nervous, because this was a sequel 30 years in the making, over 30 years, 36 years even. The movie came out 36 years later after the original Top Gun. And when I watched this film, I was completely blown away at how much better this film was than the original Top Gun. And that film won for Best Original Song for Take My Breath Away. This movie has I am pulling for this film to win Best Picture. And if it doesn't, I'll be fine with The Fablemans and Everything Everywhere All at Once, for sure. But this is easily my number one pick to win Best Picture. Like, because the film's impact just hit me to my core. And I saw this one twice in theaters, and I loved it even more the second time. This is easily one of those films that I can never stop thinking about. It's one of those films that every time I think about it and every time I watch it, I've seen it about 4 times now, and I just want to continuously rewatch it. Like, it is such an incredible movie. The cinematography, like, I don't know why this one was snubbed for best cinematography. And I just don't know. And why was Joseph Kosinski snubbed for best director? Like, why? Well, guys, that is it. That is my ranking of all 10 Best Picture nominees for this year's Oscars, leading up to the big night on March 12th. It is going to be great, and I'm hoping, again, some of my picks to win, some certain nominees are the winners. But again, beggars can't be choosers, but we'll see what happens. But what is your ranking of the Best Picture nominees? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. What is your pick to win Best Picture? What is your winner with pick Best Actor or anything like that, or any of the other nominees? Let me know all of that down in the comments below. And I'm also thinking about doing a Best Animated Feature ranking and also calling out some snubs. So look forward to that, guys, and much, much more. And once again, hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. And as of tonight, at the time of recording, I am going to be going to see Scream 6. So please look out for a review this weekend, or hopefully next week. We got a lot of watch-alongs coming up. We got Halloween Ends. We got Puss in Boots coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun content you guys can expect from me. Y'all are the best. And I'm also going to be finishing up my Phantasm series here pretty soon. And I'm very excited to do so. Again, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. And your guys' support means so much to me. And you guys are just seriously awesome. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.